Okay, so webs, contracts, and agreements. An agreement could be something casual, an agreement that you made with someone in a past life, but if it didn't come to completion in that lifetime, then the energy still exists and it needs to come to resolution. So an agreement might be on hold for a couple of lifetimes actually, but at some point it does need to be satisfied. Contract is a little more serious. It's like a deeper intention, like an oath to be fulfilled, to fulfill an obligation. But they can be unreasonable because it may have been made at a time of extreme stress. Maybe you were just trying to save your life, but it still needs to be healed. A web is where several beings are involved and they're sort of energetically all tied to each other. Now, a web has to come to resolution for each of the individual souls at some point, because any soul that still has a connection to something that's undone in terms of the work that it needed to do cannot ascend yet. Next, let's talk about the divine intelligence of the body, the DIB. What does it do? What's its responsibility? Well, it's responsible for all of the mechanics in your physical body. It does the division of cells. It runs all of the programs for your life purpose, including the changes that you go through. So, you start off as an infant, you're the young kid, and then you go through puberty, you've got the younger adult, the older adult, menopause. All of the programs are run by the divine intelligence of the body. It also handles all of the webs, contracts, and agreements, all part of your life purpose. Any karmic issues and core karmic pattern that your soul may have, all run by the divine intelligence of the body. It also handles genetic tendencies. So it runs the DNA, it runs the RNA, all of the health and disease stuff, all of the biological functions or dysfunctions, because there might be some sort of an agreement with your soul, and it handles all of that stuff because it has all of your life purpose information, all of your medical stuff. But it also handles any gifts that you come in with, like maybe you're very artistic, or maybe you have super intelligence, or maybe you're really talented with music or communication or something. Divine intelligence of the body runs all of that stuff. It's also responsible for the forming of the brain when you're a fetus and you're starting to grow, the developing of the blood, the consciousness of the blood, the consciousness in the cells. So basically, it embodies the life purpose to make sure that the life purpose is translated into chemical, energetic, and neurological impulses so that your body can have a resemblance of that life purpose. Now, the spiritual essence has a completely different job. The spiritual essence is your spiritual body. It houses your spirit in the physical form. It's a silhouette of light. It's the light body. And it is the seeker part of you, the vision quester, the philosopher, the teacher, the part of you that has idealism and creativity. Everything that's related to adventure and passion and the ability to execute dreams, the ability to envision, that's all part of what your spiritual essence does. Now, here's something to know about yourself. The excited visionary part of you is the spiritual essence, which is just pure spirit energy. It doesn't have to regenerate. It's the part of you, however, as the visionary that wants to do everything. You want to do it all. The body intelligence, on the other hand, is the part that has to see the work through. And the body intelligence knows that your body, being physical, has to regenerate, and you can only do so much at a time. So what can happen is that sometimes the spiritual essence part of you might want to do this and that and everything else. Maybe you're at a meeting and you're talking about some things that need to be done, and you sign up for everything because you just want to do it all. But then when it gets down to it, you go, oh, I have to do it now. And so the physical part of you is going, oh, why did I do that? So just know that the spiritual essence has its job and the body intelligence has its job. But sometimes your spiritual essence might write checks that your body intelligence doesn't want to cash, all right? Now, it's the combination of your spiritual essence and the divine intelligence of your body that give you the incarnated personality. The incarnated personality is you as you know yourself to be in your incarnated state. Now, the same body intelligence and the same spiritual essence work together as a team for each of your incarnations, under the management of the higher self, under the overall organization of the soul, to be able to fulfill the soul purpose.